Hola Seekers, my name is Kim and welcome to another pick a card reading. So for today's reading we're going to be looking at What Dreams May Come. And yes, this title was inspired by the movie What Dreams May Come featuring Robin Williams. If you have not seen this movie, I do recommend it because it is quite a beautiful movie. Okay, so what dreams may come, what that entails is we're just going to be looking at what blessings are coming your way, what dreams are coming true. And to do that, we're going to be looking at both tarot and oracle cards. We're then going to be using this painting of the moon to see what you are currently manifesting with the help of these hand-drawn little charms that I have over here. And last but not least, we're going to be pulling out these beads with letters on them just to see what the universe has to say. Okay, so we have 3 groups to choose from here today. The first group is Ruby, the second group is Amethyst, and the third group is Pearl. So please do pause the video if you need to. Take the time to meditate, relax, breathe on it, and whatever group or little plant here is calling out to you, then that will be your group. And I will see you in a bit with your reading. Let's go. Hello Seekers who chose group number 1, Ruby. So I do not know what this little plant is called. I just felt like putting little plants over the piles this time, so I was going crazy looking for little plants all over the house. But this did remind me of a ruby. That's why I named this group Ruby. Now ruby is a gemstone that is connected with the energy of passion. It is also a great aid for manifestations. Now, when I do look at this plant, it does remind me like of a burst of passion. And it also reminded me of pomegranates, which has to do again with passion, creativity, and fertility. Now, when I was connecting with this group, I did feel a lot of frustration and this sense of fear and anxiety barely like bubbling up. So the color red is connected to the root chakra. Now the root chakra has to do with grounding, being in the present moment. Now when we are not grounded, or when our root chakra is not fully active per se, then we might experience some sense of fears or anxieties. Yeah, so that's all I'm getting here. Now let's move into the tarot. We're first going to be pulling out these 2 tarot cards just to get the general energy of this group. Okay, so let's first look at that. Let's put this here to the front, these aside, and let's see what was the first card that came out. Ooh, the green man. Okay, so the green man, number 4, if you are familiar with the original tarot, the green man is the emperor. So for this specific tarot, I see the green man as a manifester. See, he is working on his cauldron here. And we have fire, which fire reminds me of creativity, reminds me of that passionate energy, reminds me of the color red. So for me, this is just manifesting your dreams, calling out to them. Now, when I see the green man, I see this as manifestations that are already coming in. So you see how this cauldron or this brew, whatever it is, the water is already boiling, right? It's already ready. So it's just, even the green man, he's just looking at you, seeing if you're ready to receive your manifestation. So this is ready for you, but it's just like, either I'm seeing this as your higher self, or the universe is just waiting on you, looking at you to see if you're ready to receive this. Now this, I see it as a horn, like calling out. So it's again, he's just waiting to see when he's going to call out. Like call out the angels, call out your spirit guides to bring this cauldron over to you. Now we do see this little figure in the background. And this one actually is another card that comes out in this tarot, and it's the empowerment card. So I see this as a person, you per se, being in your power, standing in your power. And so again, it's like this higher self, the universe, is waiting to see if you are ready to receive this, if you feel you are deserving of this. Because remember, you are deserving of everything you wish for. But it's only your mentality that can block these manifestations, sometimes block these manifestations from coming to you. Because if we think we're not deserving of it, then we tend to push what comes away from us. Or even if it is presented to us, even if this is given to us, if we have this lack mentality, if we see ourselves as not worthy, then we might literally push this away from us. So it's just, I feel this like energy of looking at you, telling you, are you ready? Are you ready for this? Because it's coming towards you. It's ready for you. So I do, with the empowerment man being represented here, I do feel that you are ready, that you feel this coming, that you are ready to receive your blessings, to receive all that you have wished for manifested. We do have here the shaman, which is the magician in this tarot. And so again, this is representing you. You are the magician. You are the manifestor of your own life. So you have been desiring for quite a lot and it's coming to you. Now with this eagle here, this bird-like figure, it's like a messenger of sorts. So I feel this is coming pretty soon for you. And again, with this green being represented here, it's when you open up to it. So this is reminding me of the heart chakra. So it's when you open your heart space. And when you open your heart chakra, when your heart chakra is open, it's allowing things to come in because it's you being receptive. I relate the heart chakra a lot to the divine feminine energy, and divine feminine energy is that of receptivity. So it's allowing things to come in, it's receiving them. It's being grateful for them, receiving them, not doubting them. If they're coming to you and you accept them, if you want them, then it's not doubting that they are for you, because they are for you. This man is looking straight at you. So this is for you. It's only up to you now whether you think you're ready for this now. But I feel that you are. You're very much ready. Now let's look at the other card that we have here. Okay, so we have the Six of Vessels in reverse reunion. So when I look at the Six of Vessels, yeah, when upright, I usually see it as reunion, but this is the first time I'm looking at it in reverse. And the first thing that came to mind is the past. Yeah, so it's letting go of the past. So remember I said that this is coming towards you, but it's only whether you're ready to receive it that you can fully, have it in your hands. So with the Six of Vessels, sometimes, in order to receive new, we need to let go of the old. Now, I don't see this as I don't like using that, but I guess a negative energy. This might be something that is not in a way bad for you, but it's just that it no longer serves your life at this moment. Now, it may be, I see this more as a comfort zone. So it may be either a place that you're in, a situation, or even a relationship. I'm seeing this as relationships that you need to, not cut off. I'm not seeing this as cut off, but kind of move away from them. Detach a little bit. Find a bit of your independence, because I see this card as union, like being really close to a group of people, to a certain person or to a certain place or situation, because of this feeling of comfort or fondness. And it's telling you that whatever is coming towards you is meant for you at this moment. It's meant for you to, because I see this water as being kind of bland. So it's like, I feel this as an opportunity of sorts, and you're the ones who's going to put it in the spices. So this is your stew, right? And it's like saying you don't want other people meddling with your stew. So this is a moment for you. So this is something that you need to do in a sense alone. So is moving from these old relationships that, how can I say this? It's not suppress you. It's a feeling of, let's say maybe you've been living at your home, your childhood home with your parents for quite a while, and you have the opportunity to move to a new place, be a bit more independent. But maybe you want to stay at home a little longer for a sense of comfort and familiarity, and because you like being with your family, which is totally okay. But it's telling you that maybe in this space that you are currently in, it does not allow you to fully grow, to fully be in this empowering energy. Because when you set off on your own, then you start to realize what you are capable of by yourself. It's kind of learning the lessons, collecting your cups, just to see what you can offer to the world, and in return what the world offers to you. So I'm seeing these cups, and it's like you need these cups in order to receive this manifestation. So it's like you need to go and learn your lessons. I'm seeing this as a sense of just getting out there and growing up, in a sense, like maturing with the lessons. That's what I'm getting here, because I'm sensing this water energy being of the past. And with this mound being represented here reminds me of a burial site, and what that only reminds me of is just it's like a body, right? And all this water, now water represents emotions, all this water is like emotions that you're finally releasing and letting go of. So you're finally allowing the flow of things. So it's things that you have held in for quite a while. So I feel that when it's you going out there, allowing yourself to experience something new, maybe new relationships, maybe you have a close bond with a certain person and you've never allowed yourself to discover relationship with other people. Doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. Then it hasn't allowed you to discover more about yourself, because when we're in relationships, what relationships helps us is we also learn more about ourselves. We learn new things from new people we meet, but we also learn more about ourselves. So I see this as learning more about you, but it very much feels like you need to get out, move, change your scenery, allow yourselves to begin new relationships with new people. And I feel that in that you will find, your soul family, people that are like-minded with you, because maybe right now you haven't allowed yourself to view situations in different perspectives, or view new ideas. And I feel that that's what's coming towards you. Something with freshness and allowing you to stand in your power. And when I mean stand in your power, it's getting to know yourself more, getting to know what you can offer, what you're made of. And that's what I feel these cups are. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing manifesting for you. So it could be new relationships. I just feel like a lot of new experiences that will bring, I'm seeing this as a sense of joy and of strength in you. It really is that sense of empowerment. It's coming towards you. It's this newness, but it feels very gentle. So it's not going to be like an abrupt change, like a slap in the face. It's really going to be gentle. Like, that's why the universe is kind of looking at you like, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to get out? Are you ready to move places? Are you ready to explore, to seek new relationships? Whenever you're ready, man. Whenever you're ready to offer me your cups, then I will give you these manifestations. Yeah, so now let's get more clarifiers with the oracle cards. We have joy, we have the star in reverse, and we have guarded. Okay, I feel it would be much more like this. So I feel that right now you're at this state of being guarded, right? So what this energy is speaking to me of is the Six of Vessels in reverse. Like I was saying, it feels like you're in a very comfortable place right now. Be it an actual place, be it a relationship, be it a mentality. You're very comfortable right now, and you really don't want to look or explore new things at the moment. Or it's not like you don't want to, it's like you really even haven't thought about it. Like you never really thought about it. Maybe that possibility has come through, but you're like, I'm okay where I'm at. It's pretty chill where I'm at. It's all good. I'm happy. People are good to me. Everything's good. And then that's the guarded card here, saying that's like, there's an opportunity. There have been opportunities for you to grow or just expand more, but you really haven't given it much thought, much chance. And this is telling you, it's time to see the new opportunities that are coming in. It's time for you to open your eye. Now I also see this as a, what do you call it, like the third eye being open. And what the third eye from you represents is seeing things from a new perspective. You know, seeing things in a new light, opening yourself further to newer information, to a broader vast of information. That's what I see here. And with the Star card in reverse, it's again this like, there is a lot of opportunities that have come towards you. And that's why, again, I feel the green man here is looking at you like, are you ready this time? Because I feel they have been brewing a lot of manifestations for you and giving it to you. But like every time it comes, you don't have a cup to, you know, to receive this. And so it passes by. It gets poured away somewhere else. And so the universe is here like, okay, well, here we go again. Let's see if he's ready or she's ready this time. And that's why I have the Star card in reverse. It's like all of these stars. Let me put it up right for you. You see how there's these shooting stars. There have been a lot of shooting stars falling where you're at. But you either don't see them or they come and you're like, nice, and you walk away. You turn around and you walk away. And maybe it has been because maybe you've been a bit emotionally detached, or maybe you're coming out of a situation that wasn't so happy for you. And you know, when we're sad, we see the world through the sad lenses, so everything seems black and white to us, and you know, the joyful things don't seem that joyful to us anymore. So maybe that was the situation here. And what I see here with the Joy card upright is that this is coming to an end. So these manifestations, either if you feel that there were opportunities that came in, and for whatever reason, situation, they passed by, and you're like, now they're missed opportunities. This is telling me, no, they're not missed opportunities, because these opportunities, these stars, these dreams are for you. Are for you. And so they're coming back to you. But now you have to be prepared to receive them. So it's like, again, if this fist was closed, right? If you were kind of stubborn in thinking the same way, or being in the same place, or thinking that this couldn't get any better, that there wasn't this opportunity wasn't going to come back around for you again, this is telling you, open up your fist, let go of that stubborn mentality that it's not going to get any better for you, because there's an eye inside that fist that's going to allow you to see these manifestations that are coming in. Right? So that's what the Joy card is speaking of. It's like having this positive mentality. Now, what I mean by positive mentality is it's looking, actually being present in your moment and seeing the opportunities that are coming towards you, the cups that are coming towards you, and allowing yourself to take that leap. You see this person leaping, take that leap of faith to go at these opportunities. If they bring some spark in you, some joy, some sense of just that spark ignites in you, then go ahead and take that opportunity, because this is telling me that if you do, there will be success, because we have the Sun here. The Sun is the yes card. The Sun is the success card. It's like the clouds move away. That fogginess, that cloudiness that you having your hand closed is not seeing, or not wanting to move ahead, or being maybe in that sad energy, that is moving away, because the Sun is here for you. And the Sun will present itself to you when you go for it. When you take that power, do you see how it's carrying this stick? I see this as like the magician, this magical wand. And now look at the empowerment here, the empowerment. And he has like a, what do you call them? It's not a baton. I don't remember what this is called. But it's like, again, this sense of a magical wand. It's taking back your power. It's being, yes, it's coming towards me because it's for me. And I deserve it. It's for me. I deserve it. It came to me, and now I'm just going to take it. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to go ahead and go with it. Yeah, I'm gonna take the stars, my stars, and run with it, go with it. So this will be upright for you. Now, I don't see something specific here. I just see this more as opportunities, as more of what's coming to you is taking back this power. It feels much like a yes, like whatever you've been manifesting. This was a yes or no. Whatever you've been manifesting, whatever you've been hoping for is coming towards you. They're just waiting for you. They're just waiting for you to accept this, to be ready for it. But you can be ready today once you just decide to be. And again, I feel this again as maybe what you perceive as missed opportunities. They're coming back to you again because we do have the reunion card here. Reunion is that sense of coming back. So they will come back to you again, but you have to be open to it. I feel that you have to allow yourself to explore, to move away from the places that you've been, especially if this is places that you've been there for a long time. Relationships that you've been with, like having for a long time. It's not that you need to cut cords with them. It's just, allow yourself to explore other things as well. I'm talking about like friendships, if you're mostly with your family, go look for friends, or if hobbies, maybe explore other hobbies. If you've been living in the same place, maybe explore another place to live at, and you will find those lessons, those opportunities, and in each one, like in each stage that you go through, you will be blessed with something. You will be blessed with one of your dreams, with those opportunities. That's why I have the joy card here. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys. Now let's move into the charms, just to see what the charms have to say. Oh, I'm sorry, I lied. I have one more card, and this card is the moon. Okay, so I don't go by the book of this. I just go intuitively with this, give it my own interpretation. Okay, look, the moon, it's a crescent moon. This for me represents the last phase of the moon cycle. So this is the ending of something. Let me put the cards back. I did this to myself. Okay, so this means, again, the ending of something. So it's coming out of this. It's realizing I've been in this phase of my life for a long time. It's time to go to the next chapter. And then the universe and your higher self is like, yes, please, because this is at its boiling point. We need to give it away to you. And so that's what I feel is coming. It's this closing of the chapter. And I feel you will accept this closing of a chapter. And the new chapter that is awaiting for you comes with blessings. So many blessings for you. And even the card here, I don't read it by the card, but it says a good omen. It predicts fortune. Okay, so that's what I see for you. Okay, so now let's move into the charms. This could also be that sense of emotional abundance. So it's that finding that joy within yourself again. Joy in the world. Opening yourself to that joy. Okay, so now I'm looking for my charms. Okay, so now let's see. So how this section works is whatever falls inside the full moon is things that will be manifested into your physical reality now, soon. That you will be able to see it, feel it, grasp it in your hands, interact with it. Whatever falls around in the aura of the moon is things that you are currently pulling in. So they're around your energetical field or in your energetical field, so that you're like, it's gonna come in pretty soon. You're manifesting that. Now, whatever falls here in the stars in the void is what the universe is working on for you in the background. So you don't have to worry about that. It's something that's being worked on for you. Okay? So now let's see what the charms have to tell us. For group number 1, please. For one more. Okay, that's the one more. Okay, so we have... okay, so first of all, this one caught my attention. So this is the shooting star. This is wishes being fulfilled. So again, it's whatever, for this one, it's open. Whatever wishes you have been wishing for, be it in your past, especially if it has been in your past, it's coming. It's for you. It's here for you. Look how most of them fell here inside the moon. Like, it's here for you now. Your manifestations are here for you now. All you have to do is pick them up. So this is wish fulfillment. Whatever wish, the biggest wish that you've been wishing for, it's here for you. So pay attention, because it's here for you. I don't even think it's possible for you to miss it this time, because this is the time where you are going to get your wish finally. I say that because we have the hummingbird here. Now the hummingbird, I'm thinking of it as change right now for some reason, because hummingbirds move really fast all around. And for me, that's just like rapid change, unexpected change. So that's what I feel is coming for you. So again, if it's you moving out of a place, maybe that opportunity is coming in. Maybe the universe is all like, okay, buddy, it's time for you to move. Let's open a door for you. And, they push you out to find a new place. But you'll find a new place just like that, and it's going to be perfect. Why? Because the hummingbird also reminds me of spirit guides. It's that lucky charm that's always looking out for you. So every time for me when I see a hummingbird, I feel blessed. So that's what it represents for me, blessings. Now look, this one comes out, which this is vacationing, this is rest, this is being at peace. So again, if it's a new place that you're going to move into, it's going to be perfect for you. Maybe at this place that you are right now, it's good for you, but maybe you can't find that peace, or that you can't make it into that space where you can open your creativity, or maybe explore those hobbies that you haven't been able to explore. It just creates this ambience for you, this place to really just be and to flow. To be like in this mellow energy. That's what I feel. This could also represent vacations. So again, exploring, going to different places, opening up to different things, seeing new sceneries. This is what I see with this one. Now this one is pretty cool. I drew this to be the palette, and I drew all the colors of the chakras, of the 7 main chakras that we have. And so with the infinity symbol here, it's just telling you, now it's your time, truly, to paint the world how you want it. You are being given this opportunity. I feel that for this group, it's like you're gonna come to a time where there's really gonna be no worries or pressure for you. And this is your time to just create the world and the life that you want for yourself. And it feels like the universe is saying, finally, it's time, let's do this, let's get to it. And that's what I feel with this color palette here. It's like now you can finally paint it how you want. And see how we have the steering wheel over here between the moon and the aura. This is saying, it's coming, it's already in, but it's like more of it is coming in. And what this is telling me is just, steering the wheel, becoming the captain of your own ship. So deciding where to move, where to go to your, like I said, to your next adventure, to explore. So steering your own life, taking that leadership role. So I feel that for most of your life, maybe you haven't had that opportunity to really do things how you want them to, or to explore that side of yourself, that leadership role, where you're like, okay, now what do I want for myself? I feel this is a moment where like, okay, now what do I want to do for myself? What colors do I want to use now? This is really opening up to all of your potential, because with the infinity symbol here is like infinite potential, and you have infinite potential. And so then we have these gloves here. Now these gloves, I drew them. You remember the gloves that little kids wear, how they have a string so that they won't lose the pair, so that the pair will always be together? So I drew that in mind, and I was thinking of soul family, soulmates, kindred spirits, because they're tied by this string of fate. So it's pairs, right? They come in pairs, they're the same, and they're just tied by this red string of fate. So no matter how distant they are from each other, how far apart, they're never separate from each other. They'll always find their way back to each other. So like I said, new relationships. I feel that if you allow yourself to go out there, you give yourself that opportunity, you're going to find people who are very similar to you. And you're going to find, it's really funny because it's like, you're going to see some similarity or familiarity with them because you have been with them in other lives. But in that, you're also going to discover more about yourself. So it's going to be, you're going to see things that you like about them, and you're going to realize, oh wait, like, that's something that I like too, or that I'm starting to like. It's like, maybe you didn't like that before, but now you realize that you do like it, that you've always liked it, but maybe you haven't allowed yourself to explore that. It's again, opening yourself up. Yeah, and then we have, again, connections. Now with this, it's the 2 cups that, again, kids use with the string. And when you pull them taut, you can call to each other, hear each other. So what this is just expressing that, that everything runs through vibration, right? That sound is vibration, energy is vibration. So what I had in mind when I drew this is like telepathic communication, is having this soul connection with another individual and communicating with them through telepathy between your souls. So you don't need that verbal communication. It's understanding each other at a very deep level. So I do feel that you will find new relationships that are very deep, so deep. Now, they don't necessarily have to be romantic, though they could. I'm not really seeing them as romantic here. It seems more like friendships. Like, relationships are gonna come in, but you need to really allow yourself to move out of the space that you're in right now to really to explore this, for this to come in for you, because it's here for you, and the universe is working on for you. It's here in the void because it is a spiritual connection. So this will be strengthened. And then we have this airplane here. Now this is just traveling. So this is distant traveling to another country. It also reminds me of ascension, but I see right now it's traveling. Maybe as a little kid, there was a place that you really wanted to visit, and now the universe is really, because you wished for it, maybe you wished for it a long time ago, and the universe has been listening to you because, again, we have this green man who's been cooking for you for quite a while, and so they're working on this for you. So this will come. Maybe right now it's not the best moment for this traveling to occur, but it is in the works for you. So when that opening comes in, it will come towards you. This opportunity will come. So it's long distance traveling. This is pretty cool. So that is all. Oh, and then we have the full moon here in the aura. So full moon just reminds me of manifestations. My goodness. Again. So it's in the auras here. So more manifestations coming in towards you. So I feel that if you keep even daydreaming about right now, maybe you're not actively manifesting. You're just like, man, I wish I had this, or I wish I could go here, or like this, like that. And you're just dreaming about it quite naively. The universe is, again, the green man here is listening to you. And they're like, okay, well, put those ingredients in. And more of it is coming towards you. Okay, so that's what I have for you with the charms. Now let's see what the universe has to say. Yeah, with these little beads here. Just thought this will be fun. Let's see what happens. So for group number 1, what does the universe have for group number 1? Oh my goodness. I feel a little bit more. Okay. Can you see? Hopefully you can see. Again, I didn't think things through. Excuse the newbie, please. See? So we have a bunch of letters. If by any, this is like a fun game. If by any chance you see a word here, maybe your initials, a name, a nickname, then that can serve as a confirmation or validation for you that this reading is for you. So I see kin here. Kin means relationships, family. Yeah. Yeah. So that's all I have in terms of letters for you here. I also have, we have kin, we have win, which is very much what I feel for this pile. You're winning. I feel you're always winning. You will be winning all the time from now on. From now on. That's all I have. So thank you so much for watching, seekers who chose group number 1. If you are interested in a personal private reading, all the information is in the description box down below. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining me. If this reading resonated with you, please comment or like, and if you want to stick around for more readings, then please do subscribe. Thank you so much, and until next time. Hello, seekers who chose group number 2, Amethyst. Now again, I don't know the name of this little flower. I just felt called to placing little flowers on top of the piles this time instead of crystals or stones. Yeah, so I was going crazy all over the house looking for little flowers. But yeah, we have this one that reminds me of the amethyst because of its color. Now, amethyst is a stone that helps with dreams. Like having very vivid or lucid dreams. I really like that stone to also like astral traveling or astral projection. It's also a stone that I would use for manifestations or to connect with that higher source, to have a stronger spiritual connection with my higher self, with my guides. Yeah, it just reminds me of like the crown chakra or the third eye chakra. Yeah, and also the color purple just reminds me of lavender, the plant lavender, and that's a very oh my god, I even just smelled lavender. I don't have lavender with me. Okay, so yeah, so lavender, lavender is a very soothing energy. I'm thinking of like maybe you need to relax a bit, you need to chill out a bit. It's just that calming energy that I'm getting here. Yep. So now let's look at the cards. So first we're going to be looking at the tarot card to get a general energy of this group. And then we're going to be pulling the oracle cards. So 2 cards fell out for this group. The first one is the Hooded Man. Oh, okay. So the Hooded Man denotes introspection, right? In the original tarot, this is the Hermit. So again, like I was saying, it's that spiritual connection. It's taking the time again for introspection, to go within, because I always see this light as one's inner light, right? And you're shining it outward. So it's like when you meditate, you connect with that inner light, you connect with your own inner wisdom, right? And so it's kind of like pulling it out, putting it forward to see the information, to understand it better. And that's what I see here. And it's kind of creepy, but we don't even see a person here. It's literally just this cloak. There's darkness in. So it just reminds me again of you being in your spirit. So I feel with this group, what is coming towards you, it might be maybe an ascension, a spiritual ascension, the next level of your spiritual journey, maybe an experience if you've been wanting an experience connecting with your spirit guides, or maybe an answer you've been seeking, because I also see this as seeker, right? He's seeking, he's looking for answers. Now we do have this little bird here. Now this bird does come out in this tarot as, I don't remember, but I always see him as the messenger. I think it's the Knight of Swords or the Page of Swords, and so that is messages for me. He's a messenger. I also see this like as a spirit guide. So it's like I see this as the universe communicating with this individual. So I feel if you've been searching for a message, a spiritual message, or maybe an answer to something, the truth to something, I feel that that's what's coming towards you. For some reason, I'm seeing this as new beginning. It reminds me of the Ace of Stones in this tarot peeking out of the snow. So it's like it's been buried in the snow for quite a while, but now it's finally coming out. Maybe this is the answer you've been seeking will be the key to allow for this new start, this new beginning to occur. And this new beginning will be very stable, will be long-term, because earth energy is stable and long-term energy for me. Now with this tree being represented here, this tree does feature in this tarot, and it features as in the World card. So that is the tree. It has all of the seasons represented in its leaves. So all of the 4 seasons, and that's what just denotes to me is this coming together, is the union of all that is. And I always see this as entering that space, connecting with your higher self, connecting with source, being in connection with all that is. So I see this as a very spiritual card. Again, going deep within, having that spiritual connection. I do sense this. Maybe it could be like a spiritual awakening, but it might be like that level up, because even here with this stone, we don't see the ends of it. It's again this connection, connecting with source, grounding, connecting with earth, being completely aligned. Yeah, I don't know why I never used this term, but Kundalini awakening came through. So if that relates to you, if that's something that you've been actively searching for, I feel that this is your yes. Yeah. Okay, now let's see what the other card has to tell us. Ooh, we have the Ace of Arrows. Ace of Arrows is new beginning for me. This is new beginning. This is a new start. Like that new beginning I was saying here, but I was relating this to the Ace of Stones. This is a fast start. Okay, well, first of all, when I see this symbol right here is meant to represent the horse. Now, horse for me relates to earth energy, is grounding energy. It also reminds me a lot of like mother energy, manifesting, creating. With this eye glowing here, it reminds me of the third eye. So this is a very spiritual group. So maybe that's something you've actually also been wanting to work on, opening your third eye, and that's just confirming that this will happen. Now you see this smoke appearing here. This is the breath of life. This smoke appears in a lot of the tarot cards from this deck. And this is the smoke of guidance. So this is speaking what you want into reality, right? This is manifesting. And so this smoke is kind of your guiding light. This guiding light to get to the place where you want. Because now the arrow represents for me active energy. It's shooting at your target. It's a desire that you have, an intention. It's setting, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's setting an intention out into the universe. And I feel you sent it out, right? And now this is just saying that now it's coming towards you. Now you're being guided towards it. It's been manifested because we don't know where this arrow is going to land. It was sent out there. It was put out there into the universe. So it will be manifested, but we don't know where it landed, right? And so now you're just being guided to it. That's why we even have this guiding light here and this messenger. So maybe, again, like I said, either you've been looking for an answer to something, or maybe just a sign or guidance or steps, a direction. You will be receiving that pretty soon. And then we also have this card being in winter here. And then we have this like spring or summery, just fertile soil. We have grass being represented here. So I feel you've been waiting on this for quite a while, searching for it. And you haven't found any answers. You haven't found any signs, confirmations, or validations. And maybe you've probably given up, and that's why we don't even see a face here. Because it's that sense of hopelessness. The only hope you have is this little lantern over here. But see how this light lightens up? It's because finally you're going to get what you've been searching for. Now, arrow reminds me of air energy, which has to do with communication. So this may be in regards to communication. Maybe you are finally going to get that response, that answer that you've been waiting for. I just see it as a sign of some sort. So if you have been waiting, you've been trying to meditate to reach a certain point to get an answer, I feel that you are finally going to obtain it, that awakening. I see that with this. If this is a message you've been waiting for from a person, you are finally going to get it. So if you've been waiting to communicate either spiritual or from the physical realm, it's finally coming towards you. Yeah. So now let's look at the oracle cards to see what they have to tell us. Okay, we have the Lovers in reverse. We have Storm, the Sun, and Abundance. Now these two cards fell out together. Okay, so kindreds. Okay, lovers. So with the Lovers card in reverse. So like I said, if you have been waiting, I feel what the Lover represents is being at a distance from someone, physical distance. It could also be maybe being at a distance from a loved one because that loved one has passed. And it could also be being at a distance with oneself. It's this like split of self. I see this all as possibilities here. So again, with the hooded man here, it's that sense of introspection is going within. So it's this feeling of maybe finding yourself, either igniting that spark, remembering who you are again, and reconnecting with yourself. Because we don't see feet in these people, we see light. So it's this connection at the source. So it's reconnecting with oneself, because this card also speaks of duality, right? So it's coming together, calling all of your power back to you again, being home. And that's usually what I mean by being whole. It's just remembering who you are. It's accepting all parts of yourself. Maybe this is a sense of forgiveness as well, forgiving yourself for any past issues or past mistakes, understanding that was just, part of the past. It was a lesson. It no longer has to affect your present now. And it's you allowing yourself to be like this arrow, to start anew, right? It's coming back together, accepting all of you. Or like I said, if this is a message, a person you've been waiting for a message on, that is coming as well, because I do feel that you're a distance from this person. And maybe this just means that you will be experiencing telepathic communication, because we do have the sense of a third eye opening, communication, sending out messages here with smoke signals. So again, and with the bird here, so again, that could be telepathic communication being represented here. And it does feel very spiritual, because we do have the sun being represented here with an eye. It reminds me of that third eye, but it's also the all-seeing eye, all-knowing eye of the universe. So it's again this connection, and see how the clouds are drifting away. So it's you going in and finding that connection again with source, because we even see here this hooded man. He's preoccupied looking at this little bird here, and he doesn't realize that the real knowledge, all that he's looking for, is in this tree. There's even a door here and or a wreath, like calling out to him. Even a path is carved for him, but he's too busy looking at this messenger here. It's like you're too busily scrabbling for little for validations, for scraps of validations and confirmations, when the answers you have, all that you seek, is within. All you have to do is go within. So it's like, yes, there will be synchronicities, signs, numbers, and validations, and that's nice. That's really nice. That's sweet. But you can connect, send messages directly, receive messages directly, complete, concrete messages, if you just go within, if you connect with source, if you align yourself. All that you seek will be there. So maybe it's asking you, instead of spending so much energy asking for these confirmations or signs, know that you have the power, you have the answers. And also, connect with your guides. They're also there to help you, or angels, or God, or whoever it is that you connect with, you relate to. Now with the storm card here, it reminds me of this winter season. Is coming out of this storm, is coming out of this wandering energy. Now the storm also reminds me of Revelations because of the lightning. It's light in darkness. when the lightning strikes and everything is dark, we are able to see what is around, where we're at. And so I feel that that's what's coming. It's like you're going to connect. There's going to be a connection, a moment of revelation, like I said, for you. That's going to come. That's what I'm seeing here with the Storm card. And so it's coming out of the stage of hopelessness, feeling like you're completely in the dark, when really, no, because you are the light. You have the light. You are the light. The sun is here. Abundance is here. This is complete abundance and joy. This is abundance in every sense: spiritual, health, emotional, physical, financial, whatever you want it to be. You have abundance here. It's collecting all of your rewards, it's reaping your rewards, collecting all of your dreams. And this person doesn't have a face here, but I see him as very happy, like, woo, look at all that I have. And the sun here represents joy. It's the yes card. It's again abundance. You have it here double. It's like these two came out, but it's like for you to realize, like, yes, you don't believe me the first time. Here's the second time. Abundance. Now we do have green being represented here twice, and green reminds me of the heart chakra. So it's opening up your heart space. I feel this is just having hope again. It's coming out of this stage of hopelessness and having hope again, because a revelation, something ignites again within you. There's a revelation. There's this connection. It's like I feel that you have felt lost, and you were wondering because you had disconnection with self, a disconnection with source, and now you finally obtain that connection. Either this could represent someone in your life comes in and, what do they say, gives some form of wisdom to you, and something clicks, like you have an epiphany, something clicks for you, and then you understand, and then that's when you connect. Like someone here comes to guide you and help you in your spiritual journey. And then after that, it's light. That light bulb turns on, and then you understand that there is abundance in this world. You start manifesting. I feel that maybe you start understanding the law of attraction, or how manifestation works, and you begin manifesting like this. You turn into this. I just see this as you becoming the sun. You illuminating your light. So it's this little light. You put it back in you, and instead of this darkness here filling this person, you become this light being here. You become this sun. And then what does the sun do? It helps seeds grow. It nurtures them to help seeds grow, to turn into flowers. And that's what you do. You shine your light, and you allow all that is around you to grow. It's like the Midas touch. So that's what I sense is coming towards you. Okay, we have one more card. What is this? The shepherd. Okay, we have it in reverse. Yeah, so the shepherd, again, I don't read it according to the book here, but we have it in reverse, right? So I see that currently you are like the shepherd. You're leading the sheep. I don't know, I'm just seeing the shepherd, and it reminds me a lot of the hooded man here, because he also has like this stick or this staff, and he's just leading, like he's also kind of looking and searching. And that's what I feel you're at this stage right now. And we do have the sun being represented here, but it's in reverse. So it's like you're not seeing the light, the true light that is within you. You're not really seeing the true message, the true answer yet. But you will be soon, because this card came out. Right? This card came out. It's in reverse, meaning that right now you're not in this energy, but you will be soon. And if we have it right, it's looking at the sun. It's seeing your abundance at the moment. I see this sheep as representing abundance here, and peace. And with the dog being represented here is loyalty. So again, you might find someone in this journey who might guide you, who might be a teacher to you, and it might become a very loyal friend to you. Or connecting again with your spirit guides, because dogs remind me, like as spirit guides, they're spirit animals or power animals. So it's connecting with source, connecting with your spirit guides. And your spirit guides are there to help you, are there to also help you figure things out. to find the answers. So you don't have to do everything alone. Don't think you're in this alone, because you're not. You have so much support around you. Okay? Yeah. Or again, if it's a person, like I said, someone that's coming in who's loyal, who will be loyal to you, or this relationship will be loyal. Okay, so now let's look at the charms to see what they have to tell us. So we have our moon here. Okay, so how this is going to work, whatever charms fall inside the full moon are things that will be manifested into your life. So things that you will be able to see, feel, have in your hands, and control in a sense. Things that fall here in the aura are things that you are pulling in. So you are manifesting. So manifesting. So they are being around your energetical field, right? So they're about to be manifested. And things that are fall here in the void, in the stars, are things that are being worked on for you by the universe in the background. So you don't have to worry about that. They will come in divine timing per se, but it's because they're being worked on for you by the universe. Now let's see what is coming for group number 3. Oh my god, that was a lot. Okay, so we have the canvas, the cauldron, presenting abundance. We have a lot of fella here. Have crescent moon, pawn. Okay, so first of all, let's begin with this 4-leaf clover. Now again, this denotes luck. It's luck. The green also, we had a lot of green being represented in the tarot cards. It denotes the heart chakra, opening yourself. It's like opening yourself to this luck, to this abundance. It's allowing yourself to receive it. And that's what I see here with the anchor. This reminds me of loyalty. The anchor reminds me of loyalty. Also grounding, being present. Loyalty, I say, because it's represents loyalty and trust to me, because I always think of pirates and their ships, and you know how they love their ships. It's like their babies, their ladies, or whatever. And when they reach the shore, they have to trust the anchor that when they get back, their ship will still be there at the harbor, right? So you need to trust the anchor. There needs to be a lot of trust in the anchor. So that's what I see here. Loyalty coming in towards you, grounding, stability. With the leaf being represented here, this reminds me of autumn season. So probably all of this that's in the aura here will come in during autumn season. But I also see this leaf as transformation and change. Now I did see in the cards this sense of spiritual ascension, elevation, and awakening. So this is what it can be, this transformation. Now with this wheel here, the captain's wheel, I see this as, I was talking about pirates, about steering your own ship, deciding where you want to go, deciding what new adventure you want to go to. But what I'm relating to with this group is realizing that, you have the answers within, that you don't have to be looking out for answers or depending on other people, because you have all that you need now. So this is becoming a leader of your own life, taking that leadership, not feeling like you're lost or wandering, right? Especially like you're lost, because you're never lost. You're only found. And this is what it's saying. You're not lost because you have the steering wheel. You can steer it wherever you want. So wherever you choose to be, that's where you're at. That's what I'm sensing here. It's coming to this realization, taking leadership of your life now, steering it in the direction that you want, and realizing that, again, you're not lost, you have the answers, and you steer your life where you want it to go. And this just represents this, y'all. It's the abundance and the sun card. This is the cauldron at the end of the rainbow. We even have the rainbow represented here. This is that abundance I was speaking of. You see all these colors represented in the flowers here? It's that rainbow. It's abundance, spiritual health, emotional, financial, and love, whatever, in all aspects. And it's joy. You have this yellow color represented here with the sun. It's this complete abundance. I see this as inner abundance, abundance within. And when you have that, you see this light, you illuminate it outwards. So you call all that abundance in towards you. That's what you're bringing in. And with this canvas here, this white canvas, this just reminds me of infinite potential. So you have this, the universe, you are manifesting this new opportunity towards you. So it's like creating the life that you want for yourself, painting whatever picture that you want for yourself. It's again echoing this message of the steering wheel. It's steering your life in the direction that you want, understanding that you have the answers. You create your life. That's what I see with the canvas here, which is great. And then, so I feel this is like a blank slate for you, like a new opportunity for you. It's like that ace. It's this ace of arrows, this new beginning. That's what I see here with the blank canvas. And with the colors being represented here, this color palette, now I drew this to represent all of the chakras that we have, the 7 main chakras. And with the infinity symbol, again, it reminds me of that infinite potential. Now I see this as the colors we hold within. So it's painting the world in all the colors that you want, how you want it to look. Now I feel this is what's being worked on you in the background. So I feel it's this confidence, it's this realization. Like I said, right now, you're currently in this hermit mode of searching. You keep searching, right, for just small confirmations and validations. But you still need that, like, that click of knowing that all you need to do is connect with Source, be aligned. And I feel that this moment of revelation is what will remind you, it's aligning you. Again, alignment of all your chakras. And that's when you realize that you are this infinite potential, that you hold the colors within. And then that's when you come in and you can paint on this canvas and realize that you can create the life that you want. It's taking this leadership role. And I see this with the cheer, with the pom-poms. It's support. The universe, because you had it here, the universe is cheering you on. The universe is waiting for you to connect with it, and it's cheering you on. It's waiting for you to take that leadership role. They want you to succeed. They're working with you. They're working for you. Now, this crescent moon is the first phase of the moon cycle, and this just represents new beginnings for me. Again, a new beginning is happening for you. Now we have the heart chakra, or the heart charm here, which represents the heart chakra to me. So it's the higher heart and the heart chakra. So it's that alignment again, connecting yourself, opening your heart space to allow to receive. Also, when we open a heart space, then we can connect with Source easily. Then we have the pond here, which is a chess piece. Now the pond reminds me of taking one step at a time. It's that because the pawn can move only one step ahead. So it's realizing that every step you take is important, is valuable, right? So it's like every phase of your life that you have gone through is not without a purpose. It has purpose, it has value, it has meaning, because it gets you to where you need to be. So I feel that's what the universe is working on you for, maybe you to understand, because I did sense this feeling of forgiveness, of maybe forgiving oneself or maybe forgiving someone else. And it's realizing that all this has led you here, and it will lead you to this abundance. So every step, every moment of your life has a purpose. That's what I see with the pawn here. And then we have this, which represents the grace note. Now, I'm not a musical person. My sister is, and she talked to me about this morning. And when I see the grace note, maybe for those who are musical know what the grace note is. Now, when I looked it up in Google, it says like it's an insignificant note. Like it doesn't matter. Like if you play it, it doesn't matter. But this is a note that's kind of unexpected. So for those who do notice it when they're playing, when they're looking at their music sheet, then they can catch it, they can play it. But if But if they don't, then, well, for other people it seems like okay. For me, it seems like something that comes out of the blue. So this is just representing something that comes literally out of the blue, but it's to make the whole even more interesting. It's to kind of create a more beautiful symphony, and to make it more lively. That's what I have with the grace note. So I feel that either you're realizing this, that you are important, or something just unexpected will come into your life that will seem maybe subtle in a way or unimportant to you, but you will realize that it has a great importance in the great design. That's what I see with the grace note here. So that's all I have for you, group number 2, in terms of the charms. Now let's look at the little the beads with the words. Just for fun, just to see what the universe has to say. I pulled a lot for the first group and it was a mess. Let's just see. So this could serve as some form of confirmation or validation. Sometimes we do find words here. So let's see what it says here. So the first word I'm seeing is can. So you can do this. This can be done. Now CC comes out. Now also know that the letters also are related to numbers. So it begins with 1, ends with 9, and then you begin again with 1 and so on. So A will be 1, B will be 2. So if you can find some significant numbers here according to the letters. I have Bob. Maybe some of you, your name is Bob. Or the person you're asking about is named Bob. But that's all I have for you in terms of the letters. Yeah, so I hope this reading resonated for you, those who chose group number 2. If it did, please leave a comment or like, and if you want to stick around for more readings, then please do subscribe. I do offer personal guidance or personal readings, and all of that information is in the description box down below. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much for joining, and until the next moment. Hello seekers who chose group number 3, Pearl. Now I do not know the name of this little flower. I was just called to put little flowers for each pile instead of crystals or stones, but this one did remind me of a pearl. Now the pearl for me represents generosity, integrity, and purity. It also has to do with the true self, being one's authentic self, and discovering that just being you is the jewel, is the price, because the pearl is the jewel of the ocean. So it also has to do with wealth. Let's see what else. Well, what's interesting about this group is that when I was looking for names for each pile, this one was the first one I named, but I named it Cathedral Lights. I have no idea why. Then I changed it to Pearl, but it felt very pure, very spiritual to me. And also when I was connecting with the energy of this group, the message that came through first was love, and then the second message was let go. Okay, so those are the two messages that I had in terms of connecting with the energy with this group. Now we're going to be looking at the tarot cards to get just the general energy of this group, and then we're going to be looking at the oracle cards just to get clarification. Okay, so let's see what we have. Okay, we have the Knight of Vessels, eel in reverse. Now the Knight of Vessels is the Knight of Cups in the original tarot. So what this has to do, if you hear singing, that's my mom singing, so I'm sorry. So what this relates to, the Knight of Cups in the original tarot has to do with an offer, someone coming in with an offer. When I see this card upright, what it reminds me of is exactly that, an offer, but what I usually see it is as an actual person, as an actual knight in shining armor that is coming from afar towards you. So if you could see, there is this sword on this carved on the stone over here. Now, what I see with this is a sort of a frontier, or a cut between two different worlds, between two different places. So I usually see the eel as a foreigner coming from afar towards you. Now in reverse, what I'm seeing here is, okay you guys, confession time. So I had to pause this video because all of a sudden I felt a cut in the connection with this group. And I just paused for the longest time. It was like there was a flow and then there was an immediate pause. So I really had to go back and try to connect with this group. And now I think I'm understanding why. So looking at this card in reverse, I'm being pulled a lot towards this sword here more than this eel. Now the sword reminds me of air energy, and this is the card for vessels. This is the card for cup energy, but air energy is very prevalent in this card in reverse. Now air energy for me is mental energy. So I get it now. I feel this disconnection. It's like that cut I was talking about, but instead of being a frontier, it's like this disconnection between the emotions and the mental energy. So it's like my logical mind was trying to decipher this card in the way that I knew that the Knight of Cups usually was represented, or how I usually read this card. So I was going by the book instead of intuition. So that there was a cut between my mind, my logic, and my emotions. And that's what I see here. There's this cut between the mind and the emotions. Now we do have water being represented here in this eel. Now looking at this card more clearly, we see how this eel is kind of pushing upwards, up the stream. You see, if it was here, it would be going with the flow of the stream. But right here, it seems like it's pushing against the current. So it's this this idea of struggle. I'm still kind of stuck. It's like my mind doesn't want. Okay. So it's this idea of pushing against something. It's like now not allowing things to flow. Connecting with the message that I felt intuitively. Usually also this card, I see it as manifestations, because this divide right here, I see it as a divide between also, there goes my mom singing again, between dimensions. So this eel will be representing the manifestation. So it was like in the void, and now it's coming to you on this side in physical reality. But what I'm feeling here is that you're being represented as this eel, or your manifestations are having difficulty in coming in. So there's like this sense of blockage. And even I can't like concentrate or focus with this group. So there's this sense of struggle. And with the message of let go, I feel it's asking you that. Now I felt like crying all of a sudden. I feel it's asking you to let go. Because you holding on to this is making it difficult for it to come, or for it to just be at peace, release. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. So I'm seeing the sword again, and it's like cutting with it, whatever it is. It's like you already put it out. If it's a manifestation, you already put it out there. You don't have to be constantly thinking about it and praying about it. Because what that does is, again, it causes this struggle. It causes this conflict. It's you pushing against the current instead of surrendering and allowing it to just be. So for manifestations, the way I see it is that you only have to feel into it once, a few times, envision it, and really feel into it. Because manifestations, I think they work the best when we feel into it, when we pour our emotions into it. Because again, the universe doesn't speak in language. The universe's language is emotions, it's feeling, because that's your essence. So all you have to do is truly feel into it once, and then it's sent out into the universe. You don't have to be constantly thinking about it, and praying for it. Because what you do is you're just holding on to it. You're just holding it in your field, in your energy field, and you're not letting it go to the universe, sending the message to the universe, right? Because this will be this manifestation being sent out to the universe, so that the universe can get the message, can get the report, and be like, okay, so this is what we need to prepare in order to send it back to her. Or to him. So that's what I'm getting here. But let's look at the oracle cards just to get more clarification. This one has stumped me quite a bit. Okay, we have journey. Let me look at the cards one at a time for this one. We have journey here. Okay. Usually the journey card is pretty self-explanatory. It's being part of your journey. Now again, we have the river here, right, being represented here. It's flow. But now I'm seeing it, this river is running downwards, right? But like I'm seeing it upright, and my vision is trying to focus of going upwards, going up the stream, because what I want to reach is these stars. Okay, so it's that again of like pushing against the current. And we even see all of these stones, these rocks being represented here. So it's this feeling of a lot of struggle. I don't know if for this group, you probably don't believe in manifestations that much, or you feel that manifesting is very difficult for you. And you try really, really, really hard. You put a lot of energy into manifesting. When I think this is telling you, release. It doesn't have to be that hard. Magic is not hard. Magic comes intuitively. So it's whenever you allow yourself to daydream, and I get this feeling with the stars and the moon and the tent here, it's relaxing. So whenever you allow yourself to daydream and to just feel into it, it's that moment when you feel that bliss, that happiness, when you least know it, you have this smile upon your face, you're manifesting. That's all there is to it. I don't feel there's a need to be writing on several papers. I mean, if that works for you, journaling and stuff, that's great. But I don't feel there's any need for that. It's going with the flow of things. It's allowing it to be. Because I feel this is your perspective, that you have to climb all these mountains. Because I feel I have to go towards these mountains, climb these mountains. And it has to be very, very hard to reach my wishes and my stars, or this new beginning. This crescent moon for me represents new beginnings. And what it's saying is like, no, all you have to do is go with the current. Go with the flow of things. It's dream, and then keep on your journey. Keep on going on your journey. You don't have to stay here in this tent for so long. Keep going at this, what you're wishing, keep praying and wishing for it, and then forget about your journey. No, because you have a journey. You have a life to live. So you can't keep being stuck in this one place. So I think what it's being asked of you here is to release. Now, if this is in terms, because the Knight of Cups usually represents a person, if this is in terms of a person and a romantic pursuit, you're trying to call in a person or receive a message from a significant other, again, I feel that manifestations, when it comes to other individuals, they tend to take a little longer or feel like they're harder because it's in regards to another person. Remember that every person has free will. Every person is their own individual. We can't control the emotions or the actions of another person because that's them. So if you have a wish, if you want a response from a person, if you want to see somebody, put your desire out there. But don't be so persistent and latch onto it, because what you do is that you stop yourself from living your life. You keep yourself here, and then again that energy is kept with you, so it causes like more anxiety and worry within you, instead of just allowing it to be, because you send the request, you send the message, right? And if it reaches them, then it's up to that person whether they want to respond or not. Well, that's my perspective. That's how I'm seeing it here. I feel this message is coming a little harsh. Okay, let me see the other card. We have mother. Okay. Okay. So we have these eggs here. Now, eggs, I usually see them as prizes because it reminds me of Easter. You know, in Easter you open the egg and there's prizes inside. So it's like also that saying, what, collecting all your eggs in one basket. So it's like, I feel that if it's not only one thing, if it's not only a person or a message you're looking at, you're trying to receive, then, I mean, if it's not only a person, it's also a message that you're trying to receive, or something else, maybe an opportunity, an opening for something. These are all your eggs. So if you've been manifesting for more than one thing, that's what I'm trying to say. If you've been manifesting for more than one thing, it's saying here, your manifestations, they're ready. They're ready for you. But the universe, I'm seeing this bird as the universe. The universe is not giving it to you right now because you see all of this darkness right here. That's what I feel is like your fears, your anxiety, you holding on to this, that's kind of pushing down on these eggs, right? So the universe knows how valuable this is to you. I feel truly that this is very precious to you. This is very valuable. Like an egg, it's very precious, it's very fragile. So this heavy energy that you're putting into it, being so anxious about it, worrying about it, wanting it now, and just holding on to it, it's pushing. It's a lot of energy. It's heavy energy that's pushing down on this. And the universe is always working for you. They know what is precious to you. They're listening to you. It's not that they're not listening to you. They are listening to you. So because they're so aware of how valuable this is to you, they're right now keeping it away from you, in a sense. It's not keeping it away from you. They're safeguarding it. They're safeguarding it. And if at the moment it has to be protected even from your energy, then the universe will do it because they know that you will be receiving this later on, but it's when it is safe. Right? So what is being asked of you is to lift this energy up, and you just have to do it. It's not because you're a bad person or you're a horrible person. That's not what I'm getting at. It's just you letting go of it. You not being so anxious or worried about it anymore, or believing that it's not going to come to you, or believing that it's not for you, or that you're never going to see the light of day with it. No, because it's already here for you. That response, that reply, that answer, that person, whatever it is here for you. It's coming towards you because, again, we have the Knight of Vessels presented here. It's in reverse, but the energy is here. And this is an offer coming in. So at the moment, I feel that it's stuck, right? But it's because you need to release. You need to lift this anxiety up. And again, it's just by letting go. It's by trusting that it is going to come to you. And sometimes we feel even more anxious when it's actually in the midst of coming towards us, because we feel that energy. We feel that something's about to happen. And usually that energy can come off a little strong, so we quickly label it as fear, anxiety, or as something negative, when it's just your intuition telling you that something's going to happen. And it's not telling you that it's going to be bad or good, it's just that something's about to unfurl. And then that's when we ourselves label it and feel fear, and all this energy comes in, and so it takes a little longer for it to come to us. So as soon as you release that, then the bird will lift and present these eggs to you. Because again, the mother energy is very protective energy. It cares for its eggs, right? It wants the best for them. So they know that you, like the mother, care very much for these eggs, and they're just taking care of them for you right now. Okay, the next card that we have is Passage. And this reminds me a lot of like the Knight of Vessels, because I said that this feeling here with the sword, with this rock, reminds me of a frontier, of a passage. So we have this beginning here in reverse. So I feel that once you trust, once you release this energy, then there's a passage, there's the opening. And this is just telling me then this will turn up right. And it will come to you. This is just the opening. This is the yes. This is that portal. So if it is a manifestation, it's that portal will be open now for it to come to you. Now this little canoe here is usually represented in green. in this deck. But for this card, you see how it's this white? It just reminds me of celestial energy. It's like going to another dimension. And see how we have the stars here in the background? Those are the stars here. So it's telling you, you don't have to struggle. You don't have to struggle up the stream, and then you don't have to struggle up the mountains to obtain this, because it's already yours. It's already here for you. So all there needs to be is a portal opening. Just reminded me of Doctor Strange, you know, how he just opens a portal to get to another place so he doesn't have to do all the traveling. It's cutting time as well, cutting distance and cutting time, because manifestation can be that easy. It doesn't have to be hard. Doesn't have to be complicated. And I feel that's what it's telling you. So from here you can get to here, and like this. So this passage, this portal can open for you here. Or like, I feel like it's like a little boat, those paper boats, and it's flowing down the stream towards you, and you just take it, and that will be like, now I'm thinking of Harry Potter, you know, like a portkey. And then that's like your portkey, and then you're finally there, or your manifestation finally comes towards you. So it's lifting this fear, this anxiety, and this comes towards you just like that. This is a beautiful card. I'm gonna tell you right now, this card doesn't usually appear. This one doesn't usually pop out for readings, because it feels very divine. It feels very magical. It's, for me, it'll actually represent the opening a portal to another dimension or something. Also, I feel that, I don't know why, because I did think of spiritual, and a cathedral light did come in. If you're trying to communicate with someone that has passed away, and you've been trying to reach that person, maybe a mother figure in your life. I'm saying this because I see it with the journey, like the ending of a journey, and again with passage, it's passing on to that other side. And again, I felt a very sad energy with this one. If you are, again, that person, it's saying that person is, that spirit is around you, and it's listening to you. And it's protecting you, and it's looking out for you. And if you've been kind of angry or frustrated that you haven't had a direct response from them, or haven't been able to connect with them, I think this is letting me know that you will soon. But again, if you have some form of heavy energy surrounding this person or the situation, because you can't connect to them, and you feel anger or resentment or any other emotion that feels heavy in you, it's again asking you, release it. Let go, release. Once you do, then that opening will come in. Then you will, because the spirit is around you, only that energy that you feel is creating a blockage. Because I feel you are being represented by these eggs, right? And so it's like you're pushing against this with all that energy. You can really see it, because it's blocking you. It's blocking from the connection from coming through. So just practice forgiveness to yourself, or forgiveness to the person, or just, like I said, relax. Know that this person is around you. Trust that this person is around you, and trust that the messages that do come through are from this person. Because there is a connection between you both. There is this passage. Okay? That's what I'm getting here. Oh, I feel this one's a little all over the place, but okay. We have 2 cards here with the number 37, and this one's a new deck for me, so let's see. Okay, well, I don't really usually read it by the book, so I'm seeing 2 swords here. Okay, so that just reminds me, and we see all this yellow, orangey, and red. That's a lot again, when energy accumulates in us, it becomes like this blockage. It's either that feeling of, if there's anger, or there's anxiety, or there's fear, right? And being represented here in the background with these 2 swords, it just reminds me of blockage. Now these 2 swords are across, so it's again that feeling of blockage, blocking something. So in order just to be able to lift the swords is to release this fear. again, it's to trust. Also, if you have trouble because your mind, your logic gets in the way, then again, just go at it. It doesn't have to feel so real or so difficult. Go at it with fun. Just pretend you're a kid again. It's like, you're like, I'm not expecting much. I'm not expecting much out of this. I'm just going to go at it with fun. And I assure you that once you do, something will happen. But go at it without expectation. Like if you're playing, like imagination. I'm seeing the rainbow with imagination. I just remember SpongeBob when he goes, imagination. So yeah, so just use your imagination. Have fun with it. And this will lift quickly. And this will come. Then the next card that we have is the Tower. The Tower. So the Tower, again, it's I usually see it something abrupt, coming in, the falling of something. So I'm getting here that either it's, again, that quick falling or letting go of these perceptions or these beliefs that it has to be difficult, or letting go of these feelings. Also, this is also reminding me of that situation with someone having passed, because when someone does pass, someone does leave our lives, it feels very much like the Tower moment. But it's saying that though you might feel that something ended, because, well, it did, just know that the foundation of that person, and when I mean foundation, the spirit, the energy of that person is still around, is still with you. And I see this with the birds, like a spirit guy around you. So trust that they are with you. They are watching out over you. And you do have that connection. And again, you just have to relax, believe, and trust that it is there, and it will come to you. So maybe that's why love came through, because it's also emotions. It's opening your heart. And when we have so much fear and anxiety or other heavy emotions, we tend to close off our heart, which I'm seeing here. This is also representing fear to me. And it's just, and then that's why this energy gets stuck, and it's asking you, open your heart, breathe, open your wings to fly, and all of this will fall off. All of this dark energy will fall off, and you will get your rewards. You will get that communication. This person will come in. This offer will come in towards you. Okay? Okay. Now let's look at the charms just to give us more information of what you are currently manifesting. Okay, we have this painting of the moon. Now, how this is going to work is whatever charms fall inside this full moon are things that will be manifested soon, that have been manifested, and that you will be able to interact with them, feel them, see them, hold them, right? Whatever falls here in the around the aura is things that you're pulling in, so they're around your energetical field and they're about to be manifested. So this is manifested and this is manifesting, right? You're manifesting this right now. And whatever falls in the void or in the stars here, it's what the universe is working on for you in the background. So you don't see it because the universe is working on that with you and for you. So you don't have to worry about it. Okay? So now let's see what messages are coming in for group number 3. Okay, the last one. One fell out here, and another one fell out here. Okay. So let's see. I don't want to move them that much. Okay. So. So the first one, I don't know why, I just knew this one was gonna come up for this reading when I was reading your cards. I did say journaling, and we have this like divine book. Now, when I drew this book, this little divine book, you can see that there's a sword here. Again, it's that sword that we saw in the Knight of Vessels, the sword. Now, swords speak to me again of communication, but it also speaks to me of revelations of truth, because it reminds me of the Ace of Swords in the original tarot. Now, we do see these clouds being, what do you call them, pulled aside, and this sword being put forward, represented. So it's again that revelation. And with divine, it's like, this reminds me of, what do they call them? The Akashic records. So that's the knowledge of all of your lives. That's the knowledge that your higher self holds. So if you've been looking for an answer, or again, you've been looking to connect with the divine, or someone who's on the spiritual realm, then that is what you're manifesting and pulling in. I feel that you have been looking for something, for a reply of some sort, for an offer, but this feels more like a reply, a knowing, having that knowing. And it also is just reminding me of trust right now at this moment with this sword, trusting. I feel that that's coming in for you. Now the blue feels like a very relaxing energy to me. It's also very celestial, connected with the divine. So again, this feeling of relaxing, and then this book will come towards you and open itself to you by itself. That form of revelation, that's what I see coming here with this book. Now with the butterfly here, the butterfly with the little crown here, it's the ending of a transformation. It's coming into full bloom. It's seeing yourself in this spiritual light and this beautiful essence that you are, this butterfly. Now again, we have the color blue being represented here. We have blue in the Knight of Vessels with the water. So I feel this is opening yourself fully and allowing your emotions to flow. It's just going with the flow. Blue also reminds me again of that relaxed energy and just going with the flow of things. Now, this, I'm connecting it with spiritual again. Like usually people connect a lot with butterflies in terms of spirituality. They see it as signs, as messengers from the other side. So again, I feel that you might be looking for messages from the spiritual realm, and this is just telling me that you are manifesting it. Like I said, you are manifesting it. It's already there for you. With the Mother card here, with the eggs here, it's there for you already. It's just waiting for you to be open to receive it. And again, the butterfly is a free little critter. So it's that idea of letting go, of letting it come to you, flutter in naturally towards you. This reminds me again, transformation. Now you see messages come through a lot. We have here the cell phone. Now this is just immediate response. This is a back and forth communication. So again, if you've been waiting for the message of a person that's probably long distance from you, then you will be receiving it. And again, it will be a back and forth communication between you both. If you're looking to communicate, because then we have this 2 little cups here. Now let me explain really quickly what this one is. So these 2 little cups is those cups the children play with, that they put the string, and then when you pull it taut, they can talk and they can hear each other on the other side. That's what I got. That's what I was thinking when I drew this, and that's just saying that sound and energy travels through vibration, right? So what this is representing is telepathic communication. It's a spiritual communication. So if either you're looking from a physical answer from a person living in this physical realm, then you will be receiving that text, that message, that response, and there will be communication back and forth between you both. If you are looking to communicate either with your spirit guides or to a loved one that has passed, then you will be receiving that communication. And I feel that you will be strengthening the bond, because we do have this red string of fate here. It's being connected always. You're connected to this person always. You will be receiving a lot of messages, and it's like every time you ask for something or ask how that person is doing, or for just a sign, you will be receiving it. You see that with the butterfly here. So it will be this sense of back and forth communication as well. But I see this as telepathic communication. And again, you're bringing that in. It's already here for you. It's in your energetical field. all it has to do is come here. But to do that, you need to let go of it. You need to let go of expectations or fears or that mistrust that is now coming, because it is here already for you. Okay? Now next we have the sunflower. Now the sunflower reminds me of sun energy. It's passionate energy, it's joy. I'm seeing it more as joy here. Just imagine somebody smiling up at the sky. So it's this being completely open. I feel that once you get this response, you will feel more at peace and you will start believing. That's what I'm getting with the sun, because with the sunflower, because the sunflower always faces the sun, right, to get the most of the sun, to get sun rays. So the sunflower knows where to look. I don't like saying this word, but it's always like trying to maintain itself in high vibration, getting the most energy from the sun. So this is just reminding me that you will start to see the beauty in the world, and maybe why things took a while to come to you. You will let go more of that fear and anxiety and begin trusting more in yourself, looking up at the sky, enjoying the sun, seeing the brightness, enjoying the world, and in return you will become the sunflower, because you are the sunflower. You just have to look up to realize that. So it's this joyful energy. I'm not saying like stay in high vibration all the time, because I honestly believe that to be impossible, because we are human and we do have to experience other emotions. But this is really just rising up, looking up and seeing more of the joy, being a bit brighter. Feels very nice, this energy here. Now we also have this candy here, which represents sweetness. Now I did try to draw like little stars, little hearts here, and that just reminds me that it could be sweetness in your relationship, or just it's a sense of sweetness to the world, like having your dreams coming true. And again, like that sense of looking up at the sky and just being that playful, joyful self that is within you, because we all have that. And again, we have this gold and yellow color being represented here. So I see much sweetness, much joy coming in towards you, and I feel this is what the universe is working on with you in the background. Now with this chocolate frog, this is the chocolate frog from Harry Potter. The one that if you open it, this chocolate frog only has one leap to it, and then you better catch it before it like leaps away. So I see this as the leap of faith, going at it. Just going at it. And I see this as going at life and just going at it, taking that leap of faith with your life, continuing in your journey of life, and knowing it's like that trusting energy. Because to have that leap of faith, it's a trusting yourself. It's just going at it. It's going at it with joy and trusting that everything's going to be all right. And this is telling you everything's going to be all right. So it's like you manifest, you ask for what you want, and then you let go of it and you continue on your life. That's the leap of faith that I see right here. It also represents chocolate, so it's sweetness. So I see a lot of joy, happiness, and playfulness with this. And then we have this camera. Now with this one, I see like cosmic colors here. You might be a photographer, or that might be a hobby of yours, and you might pick it up very soon. Maybe the universe will give you instruments, or kind of push that idea, remind you of this hobby of yours, and you might pick it up in the near future. But what I do, what I intended with the camera here is like new perspective. So, you know, when you look at the camera, you only see a frame of the big picture. You capture a moment in time. Right? So when you look at the picture, you can interpret it many different ways. But again, you're only looking at a frame and only a section of that entire scenario. So this is saying that the lens that you view life through, it's how you will perceive the world. It's how you will experience it. So this is talking about perspective. And so I think that this new perspective, or this realization, is coming towards you right now, and you will start seeing the world through a different lens, through this lens of yellow and pink and fun and joyful colors, and that will change the experience and how you experience the world. It will become more joyful, more sunshiny to you, more trustworthy. I'm sensing a lot of trust here. So that is what I see coming towards you. Now let's look at the beads to see what the universe has to tell us. Here. So universe, what do you wish to tell the seekers who chose group number 3? Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have a few letters here. So this is like a fun game for you guys. So if there's any letters here, initials that you see, or a nickname that could serve as a confirmation for you or validation, we have these 2 letters stuck to each other, T and V. Or if you find any words here, then that can be a message for you too. I did find some words for the other groups. Let's see if I can find some words here. I see this word coming up. I don't know if it means something. I see deed. Oh, no, that's a Q. Yeah, I'm not seeing any words here. Oh, yeah, I'm seeing one, which I think is very important. We have C. So again, it's that idea of seeing it from a new perspective. Realizing and seeing that what you want is here, is coming towards you, that you are loved, that you are surrounded by love, that you are being listened to. And not having fear that you're not being listened to, because you are. Well, we have the word he, but I don't know. Yeah. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope that this reading resonated with you. I hope that it brought you some clarity, some guidance, some reassurance. If you did resonate with this reading, if you liked it, then please do like or comment. And if you want to stick around for more readings, then please do subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next moment. Bye bye.